Now, wasn't some of that compromised already though, Aaron, you were saying?
Yeah, it went from 9 weeks to
come on
7
up.
weeks.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Joel.
We, Tony and myself and Aaron sat down about a week and a half ago to talk about that. And, you know, as the engineer, had we known this was gonna happen, we certainly would have taken care of the permit up front. So that this wouldn't have been an issue like we did with the NDOT permit. But those costs that Tony's requested are basically for his laborers only. He hasn't included his costs, his overhead costs, you know, for bonding, costs to run a business, and just to be held up like that. And then he also came back another 2 weeks. So that is the compromise. He hasn't requested everything he could have. He could have requested prevailing wages for all of his laborers. He has not done that. So just so you have all the information, from what I can see, Tony's compromised a lot. And I don't know if you have anything to add, Tony, on your.
Hell no, you're doing really good.
Just keep going. Just from my perspective as the engineer, this was not, to hold up a contractor for 2 months like that is just, had we known, I don't know, this is not something you ever want to see on a project, so.
Had you bought all the material and everything
Yeah.
prior to, I mean, so right there, I mean, interest on the material costs and everything that just sat there that you weren't able to collect money on, you know, you could add that to the cost, and the cost just keeps going up and up and up, so I think.
Tony has saved the district $15,000 in asphalt costs by going out of, again, going into the emergency lane area, and there's a whole bunch more.
Is there emergency lanes in Buffalo?
Well, whatever you want to, the
Shoulder.
Shoulder, thank you, the shoulder
Only
area,
when you got
which is, again, there's more public utility items there, and it's actually delayed him and cost him more money to actually do that, but it's saved the district and substantial amount in asphalt as well. I mean, he has went out of his way to help the district.
So your recommendation is to approve?
I would not
Put you on
feel,
the spot.
yeah, I feel good about it. I mean, he's went out of the way to help the district, and again, this was out of his control, out of our control. I understand the cost to all of us on it, but specifically, it's hurting him for 2 months.
Well, I think what Carl said was right on, but I think that my point was the compromise had already taken place.
Well, yeah,
So
that's a good point. When Valley Underground sent it over to Bowles and Collins and forwarded it over to the district, this change order, I asked to have a meeting, and we came and sat here and said, well, you need to justify what is this, and we discussed those things, and that is when reduced some asphalt issue, and then also that from 9 weeks down to 7 weeks in labor costs. So there has definitely been some, working on that as well.
Mr. Smith, have you determined where this is coming out of the budget? We don't have it in the budget.
It's not budgetarily on that item, it puts us over. Overall budget, in terms of cash money available, the cash is there. In terms of, I'm in the process of doing an augmentation, and it looks like that we're going to be really close, even with this, if this were to be included in, Carl, we're really close to still bringing in more cash for the year than we spent. And I can't tell you that because I don't have the final numbers for the month of June, May and June all finalized yet, but it's looking good that we're in a good position. So.
Any other comments, any other questions? If not, open up for motion.
I'll move that we approve the change order in the amount of $22,235 as written.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, raise your hand. for